Hello, everybody, and welcome to Teh Debt Setver Podcast number one, potentially number one. We're hoping it for at least be number one. That's what we're going with. So we have Ed,
Hello.
Dave,
Hey.
and Pratt, but nobody gives a fuck. So let's start this podcast, shall we?
Hey!
All right. So how's everybody doing?
So happy, Pratt. Hey, I'm with this group that don't like me.
Hey, yeah, we should give me something else, but I'm not. I'm here. So again, how's everybody doing? Good? Everybody good?
I'm very good, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are we gonna do this for a minute? Like, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
How are you? How are you doing? Got
It's a planned
How you
discussion.
doing?
No, this is not a planned discussion. But it kind of brings up the thing with like, have you seen the movie Sing with like the where they have like the
No.
singing competition? Have you seen the trailer at least?
Nope.
Where
I've seen the
I
trailer, yeah.
may have.
yeah. Yeah.
I have the memory of a goldfish, so I probably. I think I've seen it, but I don't remember a single thing. So I may as well say that I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I was thinking like that funny thing when we were like doing the intro. It's like, oh, how are you? With like that pig who like pushed over the other pig. Never mind. But it's just funny.
I don't see where you're going with this, Jeff.
No.
No.
And I don't
I
like
do.
that thing. I'm never gonna
Don't
watch
worry,
Pratt.
Jeff.
Thank you, Brad. At least someone watches trailers.
I watch a lot of trailers.
Yeah, the movie was pretty shit though, but
Pratt doesn't know
trailer
that. He
was
can only
okay.
afford to watch the trailers online for free.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty
it's
bad.
like it's like a 2-hour version of the trailer where the trailer just repeats itself over and over.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. It was really good. But all right, so I guess I can take my topic.
Yeah,
So
go for that.
so you guys know
Selfish
that.
much.
So you guys fuck off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys know this little indie game called Minecraft, that no one else really
I-
played. It's not that big.
I
you know,
think I've
it's
heard
pretty
it, yeah,
small.
it's-
I've never played
one.
that in my life.
Indie game.
Yeah.
What's an indie game?
What?
Oh,
What is an indie game? I'm like, what's an indie game? It's an Indian game? It's from the Indian continent? Like, what?
I
Really?
can't tell if
Are
he's
you
joking or being
serious?
serious.
I don't even.
No, like, guys,
What?
it's a simple question. What is an indie game? Like, come
A
on.
small,
so-
a
okay, so
small independent
an
game.
indie game means like independent game where it doesn't have like a big corporation behind
Oh,
it.
from like EA or stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So I just thought I would talk about Minecraft, as we all play it, and we all met through Minecraft, There's so much shit that pisses us off, and some that are good. And Pratt left because he's an idiot, and now he's back. Okay, there we go.
Now we have shit enough sounds.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
Bing,
that.
bing.
now we have
Welcome to Christmas Town, everybody.
Ding dong, ding dong. It could be like someone like knocking at the door, and it's like, oh, hello, it's Pratt.
Cringe! Total cringe!
This was gonna be a
Okay, Jeff, start your topic again.
Alright.
And Pratt, don't fucking leave.
Sorry, I didn't
don't
mean
fucking
to.
do it. This is gonna be so much fucking editing. Jesus Christ.
Just leave it all in, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Right.
We're not the ones going to be like suffering
Fuck
for
it.
the bad quality.
No, it's my channel.
Fuck it, we're doing it live!
Fuck it, we're live. Alright, so yeah, Minecraft. I'm not gonna do the fucking intro with the Minecraft again. Fuck it. Alright, so Minecraft. We all play it.
Fuck
we,
it, we're
we,
doing it
we all,
live.
we all met through the game and all that kind of stuff. And through the years, there's been some interesting updates. There's been some good ones, a few good ones, and it's been a lot of shitty ones, right?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Especially like, if you look back at the updates as we see them now, there's not really that much good shit. Like the combat update was, I guess, okay. Some
Oh.
people hate it, some people love it. Pratt hates it because he's an idiot
I
and
hate
can't,
it.
and just can't learn to click with bigger intervals. And but yeah, it's like, if you look at the latest updates, for example, what is the one thing, at least on our server, that people want? It's fucking slabs and stairs, right?
Slabs and
Yeah,
stairs.
Never
Yeah,
gonna get slabs and
slabs and
stairs.
stairs, but like, why can't they have like a building update? I don't get it. Why can't they just have a building update? But instead of that, they have fucking like parrots and shit. Like, who in the right mind, and llamas? llamas which are completely useless. It was like, oh, I can make a caravan. Who gives a fuck?
They add absolutely nothing to the game.
They add nothing to the game. And the thing is, parrots could actually be pretty useful if it wasn't for the fact that they dismount when you jump, which makes them completely useless in caves, which is like the only place that they would have been good for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think of it in a UHC. Instead of having subtitles or anything like that, you have a parrot. Wouldn't that have been cool? But then, as soon as you jump, then it dismounts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you enter a cave where Pat is spinning and he dies of gas poisoning and you have to run out and you can't light any fire. It's like, oh crap, there's gas here.
What I don't get is, like, do Mojang even test their updates? Do they have a base of players that, you know, they pitch their ideas to, maybe do a rough work of it and see what they think before they throw it out? I don't think they do.
I don't think.
No, go ahead.
If you see, have you seen E3? Did you see
No, I
like the
didn't pay
whole
attention.
Minecraft? Well, basically, they did. They announced Minecraft in 4K for the Xbox and all consoles, and they are now focusing more on the consoles rather than the PC.
I wouldn't say
So
that's
I've-
true, actually, because, like, Minecraft Java Edition, as it's called now, or like
Yeah.
developer terms, is the one that's been up to date the most. So I don't really think that, but they're putting a lot of focus on like the Windows 10 version, the mobile version, the
Yeah.
Xbox PS versions. Like they're putting a lot of. I don't even know if they're doing like a Wii one. Weren't they supposed to do that and then just scrapped it or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
they did a
I mean-
Nintendo Switch one now.
It
Really?
is Windows that owns it now. So I mean, yeah, with
Microsoft, yeah.
Microsoft.
Mm.
So
If you've
going for the
played-
Xbox One is a way to kind of bring players into their platform.
Yeah, but
If
the thing is,
you've
to be
played-
honest though, so sorry, I'm just gonna cut in, but like if you
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
if Windows 10 version would be, you know, as good as the Java version, up to date, everything would be the same, then we'd probably play it. It would probably be pretty cool if we could bring in like other like people into the mix, but
Yeah.
Sorry, can I ask a question? What's the difference between, say, the version I'm using? I'm using Windows 7.
Yeah.
What's the difference between this and Windows 10 version? Because obviously, like I just said, I'm not using Windows 10, and I haven't, you know, I don't pay attention to updates until they're
Yeah, yeah.
practically out or until
Okay,
I
so-
watch like your videos on them.
the thing is that Windows, Pratt, you should really stop clicking, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Okay,
need to do
But the thing is that Windows 10 version is not
Mhm.
the next Java version or something like that. But anyways, like the Windows 10 version, it's basically
Yeah.
like a mobile version on the PC that you can play on. It's like the same kind of thing. It's not like the Java version. So it's like
Okay.
it's a lot more shitty, to be honest. It might be optimized better
But if
because it's not
if you
using
have
Java.
Windows 10, are you forced to use
No,
that
no, no,
version?
No, absolutely not.
You can use the Java version same as
Yeah.
any
yeah.
other. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like it would be like two different versions of Minecraft, basically, almost.
So the Windows 10 version is basically just like a Windows 10 app game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a mobile gaming platform on fucking Windows 10.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
Okay.
But
No,
Well,
I
going back to
understand.
the block thing, slabs and stairs.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
The reason, from what I have understood, that they are not adding like a large amount of blocks and stairs and just other versions of the same block is because they're running up to a limit the way the coding like Minecraft is actually made. So they need to redo the whole game for them to be able to actually add a ton of blocks. But I don't really understand that because modded adds a huge amount of blocks, right?
yeah, and I don't understand as well because now that they released like, what is it, 58 new blocks or how many is it? Like with the glazed terracotta blocks and the new all the new types of concrete blocks. I don't really understand.
But in reality, like
the
we
limits.
could have done without them, and if they gave us slabs and stairs,
Yeah, but
people want them more than they wanted
the thing
concrete.
is-
Concrete's just another fucking like texture of a
Yeah.
colored block that we already have.
Which, what I gotta say though, I do like it, like the concrete stuff. The terracotta blocks, I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous and so stupid. And if I know it right from what Izuma said, a YouTuber a Minecraft YouTuber. He said that for every, because you can shift the terracotta blocks, in like 4 different directions, to make like different patterns, and apparently each of like the move, like the 4 moves that you have, it represents like an ID. So I don't understand as well. It's like for those 16 terracotta blocks, there's 4 versions of like IDs for every single of those blocks, which is absolutely ridiculous. And they can't add slabs and stairs, which people actually want, because who in the right mind uses terracotta blocks? It seems like terracotta blocks is like, oh, we have it now, we have to use it. More like, oh, we want to use it.
Like realistically, who the fuck requested those?
I don't know. Someone must have been high or something. I don't know how they came up with that. especially because it's so different from anything else, isn't it?
I guess their thought processes was they need more blocks that have more than just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of a set design.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the design is the same throughout the entire block.
Monotone?
It's pretty. It's monotone probably.
Yeah.
Close enough to what I'm trying to say. There's a bit more life in the terracotta blocks. You can use them for walls, you can use them for floors. It makes things a bit more interesting. And okay, I get that. I can get behind that. But at the same time, how long have people been looking for slabs and stairs?
Yeah. And the things that I don't get, there's a big step between. Okay, so what would you say is the block with like the most life in it, like netherrack or something, where it's like the most crazy looking, and then they take like 15 steps and then they release the terracotta blocks. It's not like anything in between. It's like, oh, here's this, it's like this block looks a little bit random, and here's like a grandma's carpet.
The only good thing that block is for is that slime blocks can't move it.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about it. But yeah, it's interesting how they, well, to get to like a conclusion of like what I was trying to say. But it's like the updates are really weird. Doesn't seem like they take, like, for example, notch apples. Why did they remove the crafting for notch apples? It makes no sense.
I don't get it.
Is it because, oh well, it's gonna be more rare and it's gonna be more,
Well, maybe they are treating they have tried to nerf the whole PvP thing with the 1.1 update,
11.
right? With the nerfed attacks, they have nerfed armor, so bows are actually a thing. Because if you are full diamond with protection, even if you get hit by a power 5 bow and flame, you take no damage.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
And especially in like factions and shit.
Okay, I get that. If you look at
they
it in the
do
broader
notch
perspective
apples,
of PvP, they're just trying to make more balanced PvP by reducing the amount of notch apples you'd have.
True. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I guess I can get behind it, but I still think it's weird.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite update been?
1.8.
1.1, I think, the PvP update.
That's 1.9.
Oh shit! Yeah, 1.9. then, whatever.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good question. I haven't really. What is my favorite?
I haven't put much thought into it either. I liked when they introduced the horses. What was that? 1.7? No.
Yeah.
1.6.
Yeah.
6.
Six,
So 1.7 was the Mesa update and the ice bikes, I think. But
Yeah.
I remember playing on an old server with a group of friends, and they introduced the horses, and I was like, damn, those are cool. But there were none near me, like none at all. So, but there was this one guy in our server, like across the fucking map, that had a load of horses, and he was breeding them. And, we were like, oh, cool, let's go get them. We'd no nether portal hub system set up or anything.
Jesus.
So we had to trek the entire fucking way over to his base on the other side of the map. And like, this is on foot too. Like I said, the horses had just been introduced and we're getting horses. Went up there, got the horses, and tried to make our way back. And I was still new enough to Minecraft, so I was pretty shit at PvP. And I logged out. and not realizing that if I logged out on the horse, I'd keep the horse. So I tied the motherfucker up to a pole with a lead, logged out, came back then maybe the next day to play, and I was like, shit, my horse is gone. That fucking entire venture for nothing, and I still had to find my way home. But you know, I still liked having horses, and horses are, you know, they're fairly used. They're not.
No, they're they're completely useless now, to be honest.
Yeah, with the elytra.
Yeah. Wait,
yeah,
okay,
with the elytra, yes, the elytra is one of the best
I would
things.
Actually say that
mending.
I would actually say that the update for me, in terms of like playability, might actually be like, I guess 1.10 or something. When like afterwards with like, because some of the most useful stuff to ever be created in this game come from 1.11, with the elytra and the mending. Although mending is completely broken, which makes diamond like completely useless now. Like, what are they used for? Currency. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is, and then like shulker boxes, for example, like shulker boxes,
They're very
mending,
handy.
and elytra, that are like game changers.
They are. Yeah. But I guess it's moving past the survivability factor and making, you know, they're going for the long run where you've basically established yourself in a Minecraft server, and you just need things to be handier, more accessible. What do we need? Elytras for transport.
Yeah.
Mending just so we can fix our good shit and not be pissed off when we break them.
Yeah.
And the shulker boxes for carrying shit around. That's like I can guarantee there's been plenty of people who've been like, oh, add backpacks and that kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, there has been a lot of people, especially with like all the mods and stuff.
Exactly.
Especially
Mods add a lot of demand for new features.
The backpack mod is like an essential part of like a mod pack. It's like if you don't have a backpack mod and something in the, you know, around,
you're fucked, because
yeah,
the amount of like the mods add so much different like tools and blocks and shit. You're going to need a lot of space.
Oh yeah.
I remember 1.7 fucked me over a lot because I think I missed a few updates. I used to play Minecraft, as you guys know, on a laptop that I had for like school and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had shitty frame rate. Like, I'm sure the maximum frame I would get would be like 12, and that's what I considered playable. And no, it actually worked fine. It didn't look laggy or anything for some reason.
Right.
Yeah,
it seemed fine. I only fucking ever lagged when, you know, when I had actual shit internet. But 1.7 came out, and I don't know, was I using Realm or something? I think, did Realms come out in 1.7?
No.
No, those were later.
Earlier?
Yeah, no,
Later?
Later.
Well, maybe not then. But I was on a server at least, and 1.7 came out, and I just couldn't keep up. My laptop would not let me play.
Damn.
At all.
What I don't remember 1.7 as like a big update.
It's
because like 1.8 had the stones and shit, right? Like diorite, andesite.
Okay, maybe it wasn't 1.7 then, but I feel like it was.
1.7 was all the new terrain, the savannah.
Oh right.
And then 1.8 was the Guardian, I think.
No, actually, hang on. Maybe it was 1.9. It could have been 1.9.
It might have been.
Because I think 1.7 was the Mesa one, right?
Okay, Dave.
Yes.
1.9.
Because I think I remember.
The 1.9 update was when we played on Carboncraft.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
I think I started on Carboncraft
in 1.8, and then we switched to 1.9.
2 years ago. And it was 1.8.
Looks like
it was 1.7.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was then. Maybe it was just my
1.7.
laptop dying and not the update. But I remember playing Minecraft. I think it was 1.7. It was right after an update, and I just couldn't play anymore. I was getting 3 FPS.
Jesus.
And I literally just could not play, and I stopped playing Minecraft for, I don't know, maybe half a year. And then I suddenly got, I don't know, did I...
Well, we lost Dave.
Playing. No, I had been...
There we go.
No, my internet's going up and down. I think it was after Carboncraft. I think I started playing Season 1 of Carboncraft on my laptop. And then it was after Go kind of disappeared that I started playing on a different server, and then my laptop just could not keep up.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, Carbon Craft was an old server the four of us used to play on, and Go was the server owner that left us on 2 separate occasions to go to Africa.
But you still love him though. You
No.
still love
I
him.
know
we
we
don't.
don't. Fuck that guy.
No.
Yes,
Hashtag
we
fuck
do.
Go.
Yeah, especially after the whole kerfuffle with the map. Yeah,
Oh,
he's out.
where's
He's
that?
out.
Yeah, but anyway, I remember then. I think it was I got my PC. Started talking to you guys again, and we were thinking, oh, let's start up season 2 of Carbon Craft.
Mhm.
And I was able to play Minecraft again because I had been looking for servers, and then Go was like, oh yeah, we're starting the shit up again. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
do it.
Right. So yeah, there's been a lot of interesting updates. A lot of shit that I don't think is, not necessary. But as the game progresses, some stuff you just never use. Like, why do we have multiple kinds of flowers, like tulips and shit? But I guess it does serve a purpose. But then again, when you introduce parrots, which has no function, especially when you can't have them on your shoulders, I don't know. It's weird that like they're like different priority. It's like, oh, we're gonna have a new mob, but I think it more builds on getting new people into the game than trying their best to do everything they can to make the existing player base happy, almost. Although they are thinking about it, and they have made good stuff, it has to do with that. But like, the more mobs makes it more interesting for like new players, especially kids. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna get myself a parrot.
Well, I mean, Pratt can say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Practice say that.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty much it for my topic. Does anyone want to talk about their stuff now?
I'll go for it. I wanted to talk about games that we've played growing up. I remember like I started off gaming probably PlayStation 1. I think my parents bought me a PlayStation 1, and I think, what was my first game? I think it was like Tomb Raider 2 or something.
Huh.
And I just fucked around with that. I never really did well at it because I was so young. I literally just was hopping around in a cave with the fucking tiger. I could kill the tiger all right, but I could never like find how to fucking get out of the place. But anyway, I just like to play in the training map and lock the butler in the freezer like everyone else. But some of my other favorite games would have been Spyro the Dragon. Absolutely loved that game.
Did they do a remake of that
Crash
game?
Bandicoot.
Spyro the Dragon? I think they
I'm
have.
not sure if they've remade it. They've made plenty of the games.
Oh, okay.
It was Skylanders that had Spyro in it.
Yeah, they've introduced Spyro to Skylanders, that like fucking kids MOBA looking type thing.
If I'm gonna say it right now, that was a great game.
Never played it.
What game?
Oh,
Skylanders?
Skylanders.
But anyway, yeah, other games such as Crash Bandicoot, which, as you guys probably know, is being remade and is coming. That's not out yet, is it?
No, it's coming out this
year. I think it's
year.
pretty soon, actually. If I don't.
Soon, very soon,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited for that. Like, I
Same.
loved Crash Bandicoot, the first game. Brilliant. I've even been replaying it on my PS2, like the first one from PlayStation 1, because backwards compatibility. Why not PS4? But I loved it, and I had Crash Bash, Crash Team Racing. I think I had Crash Bandicoot. I think was it 3, the Warped one. I think that was on PlayStation 2. I'm not too sure, but it had a lot of good games.
Yeah.
And then those were the games. I'd go to my cousin's house or go to my friend's house, and they had them too. That's what everyone around me liked.
Oh,
I guess I just kind of want to know what games you guys played when you were growing up, and maybe what games you'd like to see brought back, like they're doing with Crash Bandicoot. Let me know.
With swords and sticks, man.
What?
I don't know. I got actually introduced to gaming on a computer when I arrived at Sweden and my neighbor, like, yeah, definitely, like, I didn't have anything to do with computers up to probably 9, 10 years,
Yeah,
except
Oh.
watching occasional movies with my parents,
yeah,
like
I
movie
would
nights.
say I'm probably about the same. I got a Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Crystal when I was um like 8, 9 or something like that, and before that I hadn't
Mhm.
really been exposed to any type of gaming.
I
I
had
was
I had
I
a
was
Nintendo Color. I think that was an earlier version.
Nintendo Color. What is? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, the Game Boy Color. What did I say? Game Boy
Yeah, the
Advance.
Game Boy, the
Yeah,
Game Boy
so
Color.
sorry,
That's the one.
sorry. I meant Game Boy
I think you
Color
said Game
with
Boy, right?
yeah, it's a Game Boy, but it's a Game Boy Advance for some reason because I got that like the SP version, like the flip one later.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, so
so you had a Game Boy Color.
I had a Game Boy Color with like the whatchamacallit, like the with like the Pikachu with like the when you turn it on,
I had
like
that.
yeah,
The yellow one with Pikachu's on each corner. Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
had that too.
So that was the
That was
first game.
nice.
I didn't play PC. Well, the first console I had
Hmm.
was a PS2, so that kind of puts everything into perspective, I would say. I would say at least
Yeah.
in terms of that. But yeah,
I I
I
Pokemon.
didn't
was
start PC gaming till the past couple of years. Maybe 2015. No,
Really?
2012. 2012 would be when I started PC gaming,
Oh, so
and even
you were a
then it was on a
console clad
laptop.
before that.
Yeah,
Oh.
always console before that, and only up until recently I was still majorly console. It's only the past maybe 2 years I've been playing majorly on PC.
Really?
Playing like because the only PC game I really played was Minecraft. Before that, I played like I think it was a Minecraft mod called Ace of Spades.
mm,
I
I
don't know
played
that
that,
one.
which is what that's what got me into Minecraft, and then I only ever played Minecraft, to be honest. And then it was only last year, the year before, that I got CS:GO. Loving that.
Oh yeah, we know. You played it a lot.
Yeah, I
we
played that a
know.
lot. I have the entire I think it's the Valve collection on Steam, but I just with my
Oh.
internet it's so shit. Like my internet's so slow. I can't
Oh.
download them and install them and stuff. So I've played a few of them. You know, I love the Portal game series. We're going off topic. Childhood games. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's good actually to just talk
Wander.
about that. But like the first game I actually got on PC was CS Source, and
Oh yeah.
actually my first I just gotta say it, but my first ever kill while playing a CS game was at a friend's house, and it was a headshot. Just saying.
Nice.
So Pratt, what did you have for games? Well,
Oh,
you're still a young
well,
lad, so I guess
What
I
do you
was
have for games?
I
It's
was
very
brought
question.
up in gaming. You know, I'm in that pristine time for gaming. Well, the first game I remember playing was Finding Nemo on the original Xbox.
I think I had that in PS2.
And then I went to DS, Nintendo DS, and played Pokemon, like a lot.
Wait, so you started off with a DS?
Oh, I got
Xbox.
that like later. Yeah. with normal
I
Xbox.
stopped playing like handheld when DS came out. So I was like,
I had a Nintendo DS, but I remember when I got my Game Boy, what I wanted, I asked for a Game Boy for Christmas off Santa Claus, and I wanted a Pokemon game,
yeah.
but what I got was a fucking Pokemon Nintendo with the Pikachus on it, and no Pokemon game. So I literally never had a Pokemon game on a DS, or not
Really?
DS, but a Game
Oh.
Boy or anything. And I was so disappointed by that, and I never went off and bought one because I was still a kid. So that sucked.
Yeah.
I played some OG games though. I've played the original Mario.
I think I have too.
Which
Maybe not the original. No,
I-
I had the one that was on Game Boy.
I had the one that was on the console Nintendo.
The N64
Yeah, which was
or
great.
the GameCube.
I forgot.
Probably
Who
the
Who knows,
knows,
64.
man? Who knows?
I
Yeah.
don't. I'm too young for those ones.
Yeah,
Um,
I never really played games until
No.
like handheld was for the longest time just like Color and the Game Boy
Mm.
Advance
Yeah.
SP, and then the first real console was the PS2. But yeah,
Mm.
but it was
I had
just FIFA and shit, so it wasn't anything, you know,
hated FIFA. I
cool
still hate FIFA today.
because you suck
I
at
don't
it.
like FIFA at all.
Uh, PS2, like, I moved to Spain, and I had a PS2 with me then, and I only had one game, which was Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Those
Which
were
was a
good games.
That was a great game, and I loved it every second.
I,
And then,
I didn't play in stuff actually.
yeah,
Mhm.
Well,
But-
the amount of games that I played, that I have played, I should say, are like very few. So
yeah,
it's not a lot.
I forgot now. I first got into PC Well, when I was younger, you'd have like these learning games for your computer.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. Like
Oh,
math
yeah.
games and shit.
I don't know if you and
Yeah,
Ed,
I had them.
if Jeff and Ed know this, but Dave will know this. I had Art Attack.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, I had that on here, and that was the game.
Didn't they have a couple of them? Like they had a
Yeah.
couple of different discs that you had to unlock different areas. It was basically DLC, where you had to buy the different games for each fucking DLC.
It was amazing, though.
I'm
Well,
sure they
I
were
don't-
actually. I think I got them like free. That they may have come with a newspaper or something.
Might have, yeah.
Yeah, they were cool though. I loved doing that. And like you could print them out and you could make birthday cards, placemats.
Yeah. Oh,
To be
They were
honest,
nice.
though,
I enjoyed those.
I probably played the best game that's ever going to exist, and that's Mulle Meck bygger båtar. That was so
What?
that was my childhood. It
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Well, it's like a
What?
Swedish game, and it's basically like you're like I don't know, responsible for like a scrap yard or whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's called scrap yard, and basically the whole
Okay.
game is like you're like finding scrap parts and then building boats.
no.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
I had this console, which was another like learning one called VTech, something like that. And I'd like they'd make
I know those.
they'd make games based off movies. So I'd have like The Lion King, I'd Scooby Doo, which is amazing, and
I had a few
Spider-Man
PC
and
games that
Heroes.
came out in like. There were a few like PC games that came out in like what was it like, PC ROM or something they were called. Those
Yeah,
discs.
the ROMs. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
CD-ROM.
you know, I think I had like a Disney one, like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. There was like a Lilo and Stitch. I'm sure I had. There was some chipmunks, not Alvin the Chipmunks, but the Chip and Dale.
Mhm.
Those Disney
Yeah,
chipmunks.
yeah. I know that.
I had a few of those. Never really played many of them. I played the Lilo and Stitch one a bit, but yeah. Other than that, I loved playing the pinball game that was on. What was that? Windows
XP.
XP.
Oh, dude.
Minesweeper.
Oh, OG.
Oh wait,
That was those
I
were good
actually
shit.
first forgot about it. In like when I was like in third grade,
Mm.
a lot of us used to play RuneScape actually. So that was probably the first
Oh,
PC
really?
game I played. Yeah,
Oh,
I got to level
Um,
like 50, 58 or something.
Brad, I don't know, would you know these, but did you ever have this like learning game? You might have had it at school or at home. I don't know. It had something to do with a shark.
I think yeah. I remember something.
There were
like
loads of
yeah.
different games with like animals and sharks and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
just to
yeah,
help you
yeah,
learn with numbers and shit like that.
Yeah.
I used to use those. My mother bought one of those for me and my sister when we were younger to help us kind of learn, and I loved them. You know,
I did.
it was a cool way to have fun with, you know, things like maths and English and shit. And
Yeah.
I don't know, did it help me learn? You know, maybe
Yeah.
potentially it couldn't have hurt.
I didn't realize it was like maths
Yeah,
until I got to school and people were asking me, like teacher would ask, and I'm like, oh, I know that.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
but,
I was already in school when I played it, but that's probably because they came out when I was in school and you weren't.
yeah.
yeah, Pratt's just a kiddo. But
I'm not a kid
you know, it's
anymore.
pretty funny. Like, I played well, the Pokemon Crystal on like the Game Boy Color, and then I got the Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance SP, and then I had Pokemon Ruby, which I played a lot. Oh, sorry, not the Ruby Sapphire. I played Sapphire a lot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I didn't know any English at all while playing those two games. But somehow I just associated certain like words or something with what it was. So I actually managed to, you know, be able to play those games quite well and all that, but I didn't have any idea what it actually meant.
Did they not have like language settings and shit back then?
No, but it wasn't.
Probably not.
Well, they might have had actually. I don't know, but I played on default English, but so I didn't actually learn English. I just managed to associate certain things like run. I didn't associate that with like, you know, running away. It was just like, I don't know. I don't have to do this fight anymore or something.
Yeah. I remember, or I regret not getting into Pokemon games when I had the chance when I was younger, because like I loved the TV show. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. Don't remember half of what fucking happened. I loved some of the movies. I watched bits of it here and there. It wasn't something I could watch religiously and know that this is season 1, episode whatever, and this is where this fight happens. And I think I was too young at that stage, but I loved the show and I watched it whenever I saw it was on. But I barely even knew about the games until like, oh, I wanted one. But then when I didn't get one, I never really pushed to get one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
After that.
Because you were a
I feel like I've missed
child. Unlike Pratt. You probably had every single game.
I feel like I missed out on an entire part of our generation's culture. Like there's a lot of people our age and older that like grew up in Pokemon games.
Yeah.
They know a lot about Pokemon even if they barely watch the show, or you know, people could have entire conversations about Pokemon. And that's why there was a massive hype for Pokemon Go, even though that fucking flopped.
Oh god.
Well, yeah, now this is like a friend of mine. He's still like really into Pokemon Go for some reason.
No.
Okay, the thing is, he has every single Pokemon like that you can get in like the region locked area of like Europe.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, and he plays it a lot. I think he's like level 34, going for 35 or something right now. And
I never got past.
the thing is, he had like a system. It's so funny. He had like a system when like before the gym update, which was recently, but no one plays it, so who gives a shit anyways. But it's like, so you could have 10 gyms, and then if you had those 10 gyms, then every 20 hours you could cash in on those coins. I think you can get, and whatever. But it was every 20 something hours. I think 21 hours or something like that. But the thing is, he told me that he set an alarm clock so that like in the middle of the night, as soon as it turned over to like a new day and he could cash it again, so it would be like every 3 hours. It'd be like 6 a.m. one day, and then 3 a.m. one day, and then it would be 12 like o'clock at night one day. And it would like have this system where he was, it's insane how people got into that so like deeply. I never did. I just played a little bit the first summer, and then I kind of lost it afterwards.
I played it because everyone.
I was a bit late getting into it because it was out in other countries before it was out in Ireland, and there was a way of getting it, but you know, I think you could have gotten banned from it if they figured out that you had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it did come out, it didn't work for the phone I had because I had a cheap phone.
Yeah, you had like
that
a
was an old
phone. I remember that.
Yeah, and I was so fucking like upset about it. Like I knew my phone was shit because I couldn't even have Snapchat filters or any of that shit.
Oh god.
It was a grand phone. Like at the time before Snapchat filters and you know things like Pokemon Go were out, I had no problem. I could have apps, I could have whatever I wanted, and it worked just fine. But then more advanced things were coming out for phones, and I just wanted a new phone. And then my girlfriend ended up buying me a new phone because I wouldn't stop fucking complaining about my phone. So the first thing I did was fucking download Pokemon Go. And I played it a bit. I never really got a proper chance because in my area, like I live in the middle of nowhere, so there isn't that many Pokemon spawn spots, and when they do spawn, it's all the same.
Yeah, especially like in the rural areas, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard. If you live in a city,
But then
you're so good.
It was in the middle of summer, and I think it was the middle of summer. Was it just last summer? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So once I went back to college, you know, I gave it more of a shot, but I was so behind everyone. I had less developed Pokemon. I had shit Pokemon. I didn't find it as fun unless I was with other people that wanted to play it. But, you know, I could only ever play it with my cousin every time that I met up with him.
Yeah.
And I just gave up on it, really, like everyone else. But even though I gave up on it, I still feel like a lot of more people got more of an experience out of it than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's kind of like if you can have like one Pokestop a day and get like
Mhm.
3 Pokemon a day, or you can have like 50 Pokestops a day and have like I don't know, like 100 Pokemon a day. It definitely changes the experience, because I remember when I was going to like my summer job, and I could pass, but with a little bit of walking, I could pass 3 Pokestops on my way to
Mhm.
work, and there was like another one. It's like, yeah, I get like 40 Pokestops just on my tram line.
Wow.
And I was
Oh
like,
my
Jesus
God.
Christ. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's probably why I didn't play it that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Pratt, you have the next topic, because Ed couldn't be bothered to actually think of a topic, so it's your turn.
Whatever, guys. I don't care.
Well, mine's similar to Dave's, but mine's movies. So like movies that we've all grown up with and
Mhm.
still watch. Me as a child, I didn't watch
You mean like
like
last year?
Yeah, pretty much last year. It's like 12, isn't it?
Great.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got a good movie knowledge, because when I was a child, I grew up with, even though I was born way after,
2001, everybody. 2001.
yes, 2001, amazing time of my life.
Fucking millennials.
But my dad used to watch old films, so I used to watch it with him, and we'd like watch the Indiana Jones. I love those movies.
Oh, you mean like the actual old ones? Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Because that's like
I
the
like-
80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't they
Yeah.
start doing that in the 80s? Yeah.
my favorite film is actually Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom, which was the first Indiana Jones I watched, and as a kid,
I think that was the first one I watched. Is that the
Yeah.
one where like your man would take people's hearts out?
yeah, I wish as a kid I was terrified but loved it.
Yeah, that was fucking
oh,
scary.
I haven't seen it, but was it like the Kali Ma thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You should-
yeah.
And they were in a
Totally.
temple, they'd be eating monkey brains and shit,
Yeah.
then
Monkey
soup with
brains, what the fuck?
eyeballs. It was like, as a child, that was kind of scary
Yeah.
to watch. Like, obviously now it's a piece of piss to watch. There isn't much to it.
Yeah.
But you know, when I was younger, there wasn't much else like that I would have watched.
but
You know, and I just thought it was fucking freaky. And I remember, you know, not wanting to watch that one. I'd see Indiana Jones was on. I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this. Wait, no, not that one. What was the one where he was with his father, Sean
The
Connery?
Last Crusade.
I loved that one.
That was a good
wait,
one.
was Sean Connery playing Harrison Ford's dad? Like,
Yes.
Yes.
oh, that's pretty cool.
That's really badass, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But I also watched Live and Let Die a lot,
Oh, the James
which was
Bonds.
a great film. Yeah, I love James
Yeah.
Bond.
You know,
I love James
Casino-
Bond, but I never really watched the old ones.
What?
Oh,
You've
Are you
missed
no, I
out.
really should have.
Sean
I should
Connery
have.
is like the Lord of James
No, I
Bond.
know. I know that he's like definitely one of the best, but I watched bits of his ones, but not the full movies, and I should probably get around to watching them because they're really good.
wait,
But I remember
so you still haven't watched them?
no, because
Oh
I forget
my
about them. Like
God, dude.
I forget about the old fucking movies until
Okay.
they're brought up. Like now it's on my agenda to go fucking watch those.
Okay, dude.
I don't ever see them if my dad was watching them or my granddad, but.
You know,
You know,
there's
now
actually a
I remember
pretty-
the first James Bond I think I saw was probably Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah. Well, I think that was the first
he
one as
wasn't
well.
even
But then
great.
there was this cool thing in Sweden. We have this newspaper called Expressen, and basically what they did is like every week they had like a campaign or something. They would have one of the James Bond movies that you could buy with
Oh,
with the
yeah.
paper. So my dad, he bought every week. He bought all of them. I don't remember. Is it 16 or how many? I can't remember how many it is, but some number around that. And then what my brother and I used to do, which was that we watched them from start to finish in the order that they were up to Die Another Day, which was the last one, and
Yeah.
then it was like the jump until
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, and then we watched them from like Die Another Day back to the first one again. So I like been through all of them like a couple of times.
Damn.
Oh, that brings back
Yeah.
memories.
Did you guys ever have the, I think it was Nightfire PS2 James Bond game with,
Oh yes, I still
they
have
used
it.
Pierce Brosnan's
I-
likeness for the
I
James
still
Bond.
have that game. That was also like
That was a good game. I
dude,
liked that.
That's fucking childhood. That brings back memories.
That was great. I forgot about that actually. I love the very first mission. I don't think I ever got far mission wise.
Yeah, me
Again,
neither.
'cause I was
I
so
just
young.
played multiplayer. I couldn't be bothered with
Yeah,
single
the
player.
split screen was great. I loved playing that. Like it was me and my cousins. I remember when I was younger, when I played way too much like PlayStation every now and then, and it kind of fucked my head a bit.
Mhm.
I'd wake up and I could wake up in the middle of the night and still be like in a dream stance. I would have like speech problems, not generally, but like I could wake up in the middle of the night after playing James Bond with my cousins all day, and we had just gotten to a scene where like a helicopter showed up or something. Woke up in the middle of the night, went downstairs to my parents, tried telling them about this scene about the helicopter for no reason. I just decided I'd get out of bed and tell them about this helicopter, but I
You're
couldn't
probably
get the
really
sentence.
interested.
But I really couldn't get the sentence out. You know, I couldn't get it out. It was like I had a stutter, or I had like a speech impediment or something. But I didn't have this throughout the day or any other day. It was just these random times where I would wake up and I don't know, maybe my brain was half asleep, you know, or like certain parts of my brain were active and the other wasn't. I really don't fucking know.
Mhm.
But my parents were really fucking scared by it. As you can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
your child getting up in the middle of the night and he's trying to talk to you, but he can't fucking get the words out. And he's talking
Oh my
about some
God.
random Apache helicopter. Like
That's pretty
they,
good.
they,
Man.
they don't know that I was fucking like playing this game where Apache helicopter showed up. They just know that I'm coming down the stairs talking to him about Apache helicopter and can't speak. Yeah.
That I don't know. Have you talked about that to your parents when you gotten older, or are they like,
A bit.
damn,
maybe
he
maybe
was
a couple of
weird
years ago.
fucking kid.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's pretty funny actually. But I think the stuff that I grew up with was probably mostly Swedish stuff. So you guys won't
Yeah.
know. There was like a series. It was called Jönssonligan, where basically there was like three men, which were like, it was kind of like a funny thing, but it was like comedy based. But they would like have like these heists, and they would like rob stuff.
Mhm.
So like in one they robbed IKEA, for example. It's actually really cool. I love those movies. To
Rob
this
all
day.
the Swedish meatballs.
All the Swedish meatballs.
My
That
first movie was The Mummy.
That's a good
And I
movie.
was like 4 years old.
with like
I
Brendan
was
Are they
staying
Fraser.
over
where they have the remake of it out now?
Some family, soonish, 18, I think. Or
What? The
What
Mummy?
about
It's out in Ireland now.
Really?
shit, I didn't even.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend are planning to see it sometime this week.
It looks
It's
pretty
out.
shit, dude.
I don't know. I feel like they could fuck it up. I'm not a massive fan. Two friends of mine from college, huge fans. They could nearly quote every fucking line from the movie.
Really,
They have
the
no
old
problem
one.
watching it. Yeah. I don't know. Like it has. Is there like two variations of them? Like, is it the ones with what's his name?
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
no,
one. Yeah. They can fucking quote those.
One,
He
right?
went insane.
This is
though.
a new one. The Mummy 17 trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good, though.
No, it looks.
I think it
like
I think it looks
shit.
good.
It looks like
I mean, the
shit.
special effects surely are good, but like
Yeah.
the question
I
these days
think-
is what about the rest of the movie?
I don't always
Yeah,
have high
like-
hopes for
like
movies
Fast
with
and
Tom
Furious,
Cruise
for
anymore.
example. They're like giant pieces of turds, but the effects.
Yeah, movie wise, Fast and Furious aren't great. I only like them because I've been following it my entire childhood. I have
I
all of
never
them.
watched Fast and Furious except on like long travel buses in
Yeah.
Chile.
But like
They
I
put
like
it
them
up and you
because
had
I'm
no
so-
choice but to
I'm-
watch that shit.
the first
I'm so
ones are probably
involved
pretty
in the
good.
storyline for them
Yeah, but the
that
first
first
I
ones
have
are
to keep
okay.
watching.
But then like now that they're like producing so many, like 6, 7, they're on 8 now.
So horrible.
Like, why can't they
Yeah.
just stop? But the thing is, they're
And
making
it's,
so
it's,
much
it's
money.
gone so far from what, like, they're making money, but like they're gone so far from where they started. They started
Yeah.
off as like a racing show, then went into heists, but they probably saw that, oh shit, this is people like this is what's making money, and they're gonna make more. Like,
Yeah, so it's basically like a weird heist movie that doesn't really make any sense in terms of like laws of
Yeah.
physics and anything like that. And the driving, I don't know.
No.
It's just so many inconsistencies that it's like if you
Yeah.
like fast cars and you like explosions and shit, go watch it. If you don't like
Mm.
that stuff and you actually want some kind of story behind it, then no, that's not for you.
But don't
I
be a
think the
super
best
fan.
the best one's probably the fourth one.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know.
I
I don't know
don't
them like
know.
that.
I don't know. I remember watching 7. That's it.
I hated Tokyo Drift.
Oh, I remember watching that
I
one.
feel like they realized
TV.
they fucked up because they went straight back to the Dominic and Brian
Yeah.
storyline right after that.
Least-
And then like
I
in
hate
7
this
there was like a
one.
cameo by the guy in Tokyo Drift where they kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
cut back because apparently they don't even do the movies in like order.
No, that confused me so
They
much.
do now. They didn't. I think they tried to. They just tried to bring Tokyo Drift into the storyline.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
so
So they
for,
based it in the
okay,
future.
for example, in I think it was 6 with like the ginormously long driveway or like sorry, not the driveway but like the landing strip. It was like super
Mm.
long. That was 6 with the Asian guy alive, and then in
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift he's dead, and then like at the end of
Yeah.
like I think it was 6. He was
They
dead,
showed
and
his
they
death.
like did like
With
a
Jason Statham.
and they like did like a recap thing back to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Have you like talked with the fans though? They're crazy. There's
As
They
in the
are crazy.
diehard
That's why
fans?
they watch
the
it.
diehard
Yeah,
fans.
exactly. They have to be crazy
I-
to watch that shit.
I've never met a diehard Fast
Oh
and
my
Furious
God.
fan.
There was one at my school, right? He was saying we was talking about movies, and I said they were on about the Fast and Furious. I was like, I don't like him, and he's
Yeah.
like, what? He's getting all crazy. I'm like, mate, calm down. It
Yeah.
was the worst experience I've had in my life.
And
Anything
that's
of
crack got a
those
black eye.
Action and blow up stuff movies. I like the Jason Bourne series. I mean, just the
Jason
series
Bourne
in
is pretty
general.
good, but I never understood them fully because I found them very complex from the age I was watching them.
Yeah,
But I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like
same.
if I watched them now, I might understand them a lot more.
yeah, you probably should like. I think they're all pretty good except
Recap them.
the one with Jeremy Renner. There's just so weird. It's like, oh, now it's another Jason Bourne, and then that movie flopped, and then they backtracked with like Matt Damon as Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
No,
Why
they weren't. No,
everyone
they weren't.
thinks
They weren't
that
calling
movie
him
is so
Jason
bad.
Bourne.
Weren't
They weren't calling him Jason Bourne. No, it was basically he was something similar to Jason Bourne, and this was like the aftermath of the shit that happened with Jason Bourne
Right.
because Jason Bourne's mentioned in it.
Yeah.
But like I did watch it, but like I said, I have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't remember everything.
Yeah,
But
that's understandable.
They realized that it didn't work too well, so then they went back to Jason Bourne with Matt Damon because that's what makes the money. They tried to bring it off into maybe like I don't know, maybe get a younger audience, have younger cast.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were
You know,
planning
bring
on
it to another direction other than just milking the Matt Damon part of it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it went so bad. Like, I didn't think it was a bad movie.
No, I don't.
I don't think I've seen it actually. That one, the one with Jeremy Renner. I've seen the other ones, but I haven't seen that one.
Mm.
I haven't seen the new one.
That one's
I-
actually
I
not that bad. It wasn't like the greatest movie
It was
ever, but
okay.
It wasn't bad,
You know-
and it's spawned one of the greatest memes.
It didn't
to ever be
impress me,
alive.
but it was enjoyable to
It's like-
watch.
It's like Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. I love
It is
that.
like a nice
The
alternative to Die Hard, to Fast and Furious.
Oh, Die Hard. Oh, what a series.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
Die
that.
Hard.
I feel like it got milked by the time they get to, is it Live Long and Die Hard? The one where his son is in it?
Yeah, I think so.
I
But-
think that one, I saw that in
Yeah.
theaters, and I think that was the first one I ever got to see in theater, but I thought that was milking it.
Yeah.
I think
The
I
first
think I
one
like
was
Lethal
great.
Weapon actually better than Die Hard. Because
I've
never
because
watched
that, those are the ones I watched. I didn't watch.
I've
Die Hard.
watched Lethal Weapon, but I haven't watched them enough to remember them all and stuff. But I know that they are good and they are classic. They are considered classic.
Mm.
I don't want to watch it because Mel Gibson's in it, and he just really annoys me. It's just how his presence. It's like,
Well, it's like you have to take away the anti-Semite bit. You know, it was actually pretty funny. I think it was in the Oscars or something, and it's like there was like the guy who was like hosting it. He made like such a fit. Oh, the joke was so good. It was basically, how long does it take for Hollywood to forgive an anti-Semite? And it's like 8 years. It takes 8 years, and then Mel Gibson is in the audience, and he's like, haha, very funny. So good.
oh, I think that Ricky Gervais. I think.
Probably.
I don't remember that, but that was so good. It was like, right on the spot. Oh, that's hilarious.
Mm.
So I guess Ed doesn't have a topic that he wants to talk about.
I can talk about like the movies I grew up with.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, go for
The
that.
first movie.
Yeah, guys,
except
give
for
Ed a
that-
chance for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Oh man, so unfair. So I mean, I watched The Mummy, but I was too small, so I don't remember. But apparently, my mother thinks that is why I was afraid of the dark.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Because 4 years old, and
Yeah.
it's like the mummy skeletons, and it's spooky and scary.
yeah.
But I grew up with the Lord of the Rings actually, like my mother
Oh.
reading it to me, well, to the whole family kind of, and watching the movies and even the Silmarillion.
Yeah,
Those are kind of my childhood movies.
That's pretty
Then I
cool.
guess The Matrix and
Yeah,
and James Bond.
The first,
Definitely James Bond.
yeah, James Bond, so good. There's like a lot of stuff that you can grow up with.
Yeah, it's kind of a big.
Do you
group.
guys prefer Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Trek actually?
I never really got
Oh.
into.
I like
Wait,
Star Wars.
Dave.
It's not a bad thing. I love it.
Actually, Stargate over Star Wars.
Oh
and
yeah,
Star
or
Trek.
anything
Oh.
to be honest.
I don't know
never
what
got
that
into
is.
Stargate, no.
I don't
Stargate is
know.
like, it is Stargate
Except
SG-1.
Universe. We don't talk about that.
No, not really. But like Stargate SG-1, that's my favorite TV show of all time.
Yeah.
People
It's
can.
super cliche. Like I mean,
Yeah,
there's
it's really
but it's
cliche,
so good.
but I still love it. I still love it.
Yeah.
I guess like maybe I could have gotten into Star Trek if I had watched it when I was younger, but what I had watched was Star Wars. I didn't necessarily watch them in any sort of order. I think the first ones that I got to see were the prequels,
Nice.
and even then I liked them.
Oh,
and
you
like,
poor bastard.
no, I like the
that was
prequels.
me
I
as
do.
well.
I do enjoy the
There was,
prequels. I will
Jar Jar
admit,
Binks.
yeah,
Those
I will
really
admit
good.
that the originals are better, but I still do enjoy the prequels. It's still part of Star Wars, and I think people just got way too butthurt about it.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're not as good, but then again, when
really
are sequels ever good? Like, the best, well, that's kind of contradictory considering the best sequel ever fucking made was The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. It was.
And then,
You know, but
to be honest, like
But you- I
Seven
just
and
never
Rogue
watched
One
Star
were
Trek.
decent movies by any means.
they were.
I liked Rogue One a lot. I think
Rogue
it was
One
a
was
nice
brilliant.
spin on the thing. It was kind of a sequel in
Mhm.
between, but actually well made.
Yeah,
I
but
haven't watched that yet.
you
You should.
Rogue
You
One?
really should.
I
Okay,
was
yeah,
just
then
about to
we'll
spoil
shut
the
up.
movie. It's a good thing you said that actually.
Yeah.
Please don't, because I'm kind of into it now. I watched Star Wars when I was younger. I watched the Clone Wars TV show, like a lot.
That was good. I liked
I-
that.
I didn't watch
I
it.
loved it.
I never
Oh.
finished it, but I liked it.
Yeah, and then I watched the old Star Wars, and then I watched
Rogue
Star
One, a lot of
Wars.
people didn't really like Rogue One because they thought it wasn't as Star Wars as it should be, but at the same time, it's not meant to be. Rogue One was meant to be Star Wars, but also kind of espionage
Yeah, but okay, so
type thing.
if I can just chime in, like the thing is with
Mhm.
like Rogue One, it's not Star Wars Rogue One. It's Rogue One, a Star Wars
Star
story.
Wars
So
story,
it's like
exactly.
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
it's in the universe. It has everything to do with like
Mhm.
the canon and the logic and the universe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to be like that focused on like Jedi and stuff like
Exactly.
that shit.
Yeah.
I totally loved how they tied everything in. at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember
without
seeing that
spoiling.
movie.
Without spoiling.
Yeah, without
Yes,
spoiling.
please.
Yeah. Right,
But
sorry.
dude,
But
like
episode
at this
7,
point, if you haven't seen it,
like,
you
I
you
loved
deserve
episode-
to get it spoiled. To be honest.
Yeah, we're being nice. You should thank us.
I'll see that tonight. I
should,
will
definitely.
guarantee.
Good.
I watched
I-
7 and I
I-
like that.
I liked 7.
I
I
haven't
did
seen
like
it.
7, but I also understand where people come from with the hate towards it, because like Kylo Ren is just an emo fucking like disturbed teenager as of a villain. He's not that intimidating, and it does seem like just a rehashed version of what is it, A New Hope.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
It's very much like a copy of it.
Yeah, but that's the
A
thing.
New Hope
Okay,
mixed
okay.
with a bit
so
of
it's
Empire
like,
Strikes Back.
Yeah.
if like look from the perspective of like J.J. Abrams actually making this movie,
Hmm.
I think what they wanted to do was not to make something completely new and revolutionary. What they wanted to do is to keep the nostalgia
Familiarity.
of
Mhm.
like what the old people have since it was. I don't remember how long it was, but it was a long time since like the last Star Wars movies. So to then to like extend
Yeah.
it and to make it something new, it's like you really have to keep a lot of the
But I
old stuff,
get
because
that.
if you change that, people would have like hated it. Like if it was
I
too, it
get
was too
that,
different.
and I get that. I get what he was trying to do, but I feel like at the same time he took the phrase "history repeats itself" a little too literal. Because
Yeah, I understand
he
the
f-
gateway
he
thing
full
about
on,
it, but
like
come on.
make it familiar, but it does seem very just like a rehashed version of the old one. Like
Yeah, but
it
they had to
you
though.
know.
They had to keep the fans
Did
and get the new
they?
fans. They did.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they
I think
did.
they did.
It reminds me of the South Park episode where they like bash all the remake shit. Like it felt that way with the
Yeah.
with the 7.
Well, is it okay? So for me, I would have liked something like new and exciting, but I
Mhm.
understand like because I was like opening day or something, or at least a couple of days afterwards, like watching it,
Yeah,
and
I saw the midnight release.
everyone like in like the movie salon was like when like R2D2 showed up, and
Hmm.
everything like that. Everyone was like, and then
No,
and then
I
and
agree
then when
with
a certain
that
person
part. No,
died,
I
everybody
like.
started crying. It was like
Yeah.
so it's like they needed to do it that way to kick off the
No,
universe in the right way.
What you're saying now, I completely agree with, and I like the storyline they're going for. It's just some of the events are like reskinned events of the old ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
like
on about the
circular
movie as a
base.
whole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Circular base. Yeah, I know. It's
Some of that shit is just a little too reskinned. The story, the like bringing like old characters back, the killing, all of that is fine. I agree with that completely, and I was the exact same. I loved it. I came out of that amazed, but then just analyzing it afterwards, it's a bit. Some of the events are a bit too similar, and I feel like they still could have got the same effect by doing the same things, just with a couple, with a different kind of end goal of an event, with like say Starkiller Base and a few other things. You
I
know?
agree. But what can you do? You're gonna piss off a lot of people, either way.
No, true. Yeah, you can't please everyone.
I don't
So-
think. I don't know. It's too. Because there's a gateway. I mean, Rogue One would have actually been a way better gateway into the new Star Wars movies
No,
than
no.
just The Empire Strikes Back 2 or 3 or whatever number.
Mm.
You'd
Right.
be a New Hope too if you keep with that logic.
Okay,
but, yeah.
okay.
But I hope I have high hopes for episode 8. I feel like from some of the theories and like kind of leaks and stuff that I've been paying attention to,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good, and I think it's going to be different. They need something different. They need something completely different,
They
but
do.
still Star Wars. But if it's going to be another Empire Strikes Back like rehash, they're gonna lose respect. They're gonna piss off a lot of people. They're still gonna make all the money they want. Everyone's gonna go
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna make all the money they expect
They're
and more.
they're gonna make bank. I'm not saying that, but
If
You know-
anything, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
It's-
But no
yeah,
matter
like,
no
really,
matter
the
what they do,
cinematics of
right?
7. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. No matter what they do, they're going to make their money. So their end goal shouldn't be to make money. because they're going to do that no matter how good or how bad it is. People are going to go see it just because it's Star Wars. Even if it's shit, people are going to go see it.
I would probably say like probably the best scene or the best thing from both 7 and Rogue One was the Darth Vader scene at the oh shit fuck Pat, don't listen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that.
No,
But
that was
you know
okay.
what I'm
We
talking
can
about.
defend him. Yeah, we can talk now about
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
That
it's fine,
Darth
it's fine.
Vader scene was so
That
fucking
Darth Vader
cool.
scene was so cool. Oh my god,
And
it was
like
so
it
cool.
made Darth Vader in like I haven't read any of the novels, the canon novels or anything like that, but they are meant to portray Darth Vader as an absolute badass
Which
that
he
not
was.
even the original trilogies could portrayed him as such, you know?
No, because
he was
still a kid,
he seemed like a
kinda.
pussy.
Yeah.
The original Trish portrayed him as like the Emperor's bitch, when in reality, in canon, he's meant to be an absolute fucking badass.
Which you could see in this, which was so cool, and I love it so much.
Exactly. Yeah. That it portrayed him like they could have done. Like there's not much of Darth Vader's badassery that they could have implemented into Rogue One because it's not a story about Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But they put almost more badassery into the short scene of Darth Vader in Rogue One than all the other Star Wars movies
Yeah.
had him. He
Yeah.
just came in and like zoom, 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 and it's like, oh shit.
I've never come across anyone who dislikes that scene or disagrees with that scene so far.
Yeah.
Like I haven't necessarily
so
researched
good,
people
so
to do
good.
The
to
people
do
in
that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
Darth Vader, and
I
he's
don't
like,
like
no, zoom.
Alright,
But
Yeah.
it also
I think we can
makes...
unmute Pratt now, can't we?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Wait. With Rogue One, in that scene, it makes Darth Vader, not his image, but it makes it all seem a bit more lethal, and it makes the danger that bit more real. You know,
Yeah.
like in the old Star Wars and even in the prequel trilogy, you know, you get shot, you get hit with a lightsaber, there's like and they flop to the ground like a rag doll.
Do you know
No,
why
there didn't why?
Do you know why when they were fighting with the lightsabers they weren't like going ham and like hitting each other pretty hard? It was because I think the glass or whatever the fuck they had in those lightsabers, they were like really fragile. So so then
Yeah.
that was why they could only like touch tips.
Oh, I remember
no, I
about
get that.
and
I don't.
I saw documentary about Anakin and Obi-Wan when they were fighting in the lava planet,
Hmm.
and they were actually going like hitting the things hard. So it was some fiber thing,
Yeah.
like it wasn't some puny
Yeah, but for
glass thing.
for example, when Obi-Wan gets killed by Darth Vader in
Yeah, they're
5,
literally
6?
just
Oh, okay.
hand swinging them. It's not like full battles. They're
No.
basically just holding a stick and swinging at each other. You know,
Exactly.
I understand that. That's not necessarily what I mean. I mean the atmosphere of the scene where the guys they're like completely fearful of their life. They're running from Darth Vader. They're smacking on the window. They make it all seem like it makes them seem more mortal. I know that obviously they're mortal.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
know,
I
it just
agree.
makes it more intense. Rather when in A New Hope, when Darth Vader is showing up and they're kind of running and they're shooting, they're all these like, you know, they're ready to go. They're shooting at him. They seem confident. There's no like, oh shit, we are absolutely fucked, run for your life kind of atmosphere,
Yeah.
which you really would have had if Darth Vader's walking towards you.
That's,
He has the ability
why-
to crush your fucking skull with his hands from a distance.
Exactly. That's why I think Rogue One was so good, because it was like real in like the aspect it can be, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can get Pratt back
We can
now.
unmute Brett, yeah.
Yeah, we should let him back.
So I think we can talk for a little bit longer and then we can round it up, I think, actually.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about. Well, I had a segment
wait for Pratt. There we go.
that I want to get in called Watched of the Week. Like any cool TV shows, movies, videos, or anything that you want to talk about. That you do
I've
see?
been
Books, at
working
least.
most of this week, so I haven't really
No, but
watched
it
much.
doesn't necessarily the week, but like recent.
In general.
Wait, what? What were we on about?
What a great
Damn it.
fucking intro, dude. Okay, so basically it's like,
Things you've watched recently that you enjoyed.
yeah, did you want to talk about like TV shows, movies, movie videos, anything, really?
I watched Baywatch with my girlfriend. Do you know the movie
Yeah.
Yeah,
with The Rock and like I never saw the old TV show.
Please don't tell me that you
Um,
like that one.
No, I did. I thought like not as a serious movie, taking it seriously. No,
Oh boy.
but watching it just kind of lighthearted, kind of comedy. I thought it was watchable. You know, there's like Jeff. I honestly, have you seen it?
No, I do not want to.
No, I don't know if I don't think you'd enjoy it, but because you seem to take all movies very seriously.
No,
maybe it's
hell
because you're
no.
Swedish.
No. Hey.
But
What's
but
that supposed to mean?
I don't even know. But no, I do think that it was good enough. It was good to watch. The acting was pretty good in it. There were very funny parts. It was very watchable. Now I don't know how to compare it to Baywatch, the TV show
Oh, it's
before.
completely different. That wasn't a comedy, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure that that was a take itself seriously detective Baywatch fucking that type of thing.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Whereas
exactly what it
this is a comedic take on it. But no, I did enjoy it. That's probably all I can say. Like I've seen some other stuff. I went to the cinema like Wonder Woman. There we go. I knew there was something else I saw.
good. Wonder Woman was good.
Fucking brilliant. I thought Wonder Woman was brilliant. I everyone that I had spoken to that had seen it loved it, bar two people. There's a guy I work with and his girlfriend went to see it a couple days after me, or maybe a week after I did, and they didn't enjoy it. And I don't know. They made a couple of good
it's
points.
like, okay, in terms of DC movies, it was by far the
It's good.
best one, except for the Nolan Batman trilogy. You can't beat that. It's kind
But
of hard.
that's not DCEU, so that's leave that as a thing of its own.
Yeah, but like,
Those Batman trilogy are
like,
unreal.
so
You
the-
can't.
okay, so it's like the three movies that exist in that universe, which is like the Batfleck versus
Mhm.
Superman movie, and then it was like Suicide Squad, which was a complete garbage piece of shit.
Man
But
of Steel.
It was okay in some cases. Oh yeah, the Man of Steel as well. Actually, you're right. But this one I actually thought was pretty good. It had a good story. It's kind of hard to cram
Mhm.
in like everything you want to, but it's not Marvel quality. It's better than some Marvel movies, but
Mm.
in terms of like the best Marvel movie that exists, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, it's nowhere near that quality. But it's still Wonder
But
Woman.
that's
It's
that's
still
coming
good, though.
that's coming at it like that. It's kind of biased. Like I would
Oh, yeah,
also
obviously.
consider Marvel movies better, but that's because the two of us are Marvel fans. A
Well,
DC
I
fan
wouldn't say that,
would-
but it's just like that the movies have been a lot better for Marvel. I didn't know of
Yeah.
Captain America, Iron Man, any of those, especially Guardians of the Galaxy before.
Mm.
But it's like in terms
Yeah.
of the quality of the movies, that was just
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. But it was a good movie. You should definitely watch it. It was
Yeah.
enjoyable.
I have high hopes. I'm hoping I don't get let down. I want Justice League to be, maybe like a more badass, more realistic Avengers type thing. I feel like that's what DC are trying to go towards.
That's what I
It's
hope,
meant to be.
You know,
Yeah.
It's meant to be slightly more realistic rather than just they're fucking superheroes. There's meant to be a sense of realism towards it where people aren't just accepting this shit. There's some really
Exactly.
odd shit happening, and
Yeah.
this is a really fucked up time.
What do
I'm
you wanna say, Ed?
hoping anyway. At least that's what.
Do you want to say something, Ed? No.
yeah, that like I'm biased towards Justice League because Jason Momoa is there, and he's like,
Sorry,
Uh,
Atlantis.
first of all, he's like fucking ripped, dude.
Is
That
he in
guy's awesome.
Stargate?
He's
And he's in Stargate. I
Atlantis.
mean, the
he
most
kinda
important
started his
thing.
career there in like Conan Barbarian, I
Yeah.
think. That was
I
like,
didn't
YouTube
know
thing.
he was in Stargate. I know him from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so that was.
That's
before
the
that.
first
That
time I
was a
came
bit
across him,
before
I
that,
think.
Yeah.
But I like ever since the rumors of him being Aquaman were there for quite a while.
Yeah, they were.
Like they've been out for years. Like that picture of him with Unite the Seven, unreal. But I knew upon first look at him as Aquaman, I knew that he'd be fucking badass, and I have good expectations for him as a character for that.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller
think
as
that-
Flash, I feel like might be good, but at the same time, I don't know. I hope I feel like they're going to go for a comedic effect with Ezra Miller as the Flash.
which is okay because there should be
Which
some.
is okay.
Because every serious movie has to have some kind of like, at least in terms of this case, with superhero movies has to have some kind of like comedic effect. What I don't like about Avengers, which I hope they do better in Justice League, is as you say, the more like realness, like especially like Batman versus Superman and all that. There was some real consequences for like the aftermath. It's not like Avengers. You can destroy a half a kingdom or like half a country.
But
and
in Spider-Man: Homecoming, they're going addressing that.
Yeah, which is good.
Spider-Man:
But
Homecoming.
but they really haven't. It's like only in like the TV series, like the Marvel Netflix TV
Agents of
series,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
they've kind of talked about that. But in the other stuff, they really haven't. And this is what I like about the DCU here, is that it seems more real, and I think it, hopefully, knock on wood and all that stuff, it could be kind of good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. I'm not sure we have anything more to talk about. I think we can round it up here. I think it's a pretty good session that we got in. So, if anyone is still here, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be sure to do more. Give us suggestions, give us feedback, give us questions, whatever you want. Topics, I don't know. Until next time. So, thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.